I'm here at Sony's launch of their new summer Vaio range, and there's some pretty interesting models here, including the Vaio Pro 13, which you can see here. Now, it's actually claimed to be the world's lightest touch ultrabook. So it's incredibly light. If I pick it up, it only weighs 1.06 kilograms, which is about 30 grams lighter than a MacBook Air of the same screen size. Now, this one here is the 13-inch. You will be able to get it in 11-inch, but only directly from Sony. So the 13-inch will be available in stores. It's got a backlit keyboard that you can see here, and also a carbon fibre chassis. It'll also give you around 8 hours battery life with the built-in battery. You can buy an add-on to go with it if you want to. It'll be available with up to a Core i7 processor, and that will be Intel's latest 4th generation version. You'll also be able to get it with up to 512 gig solid state drive. That obviously keeps it nice and light because there's no disk drive in here. Now, those specs are pretty much the same as the Duo 13, which is also launched here, which you can see. Now, this particular model builds on the previous Duo 11, which we saw previously. Now, this Duo 13 only has a 9% larger footprint than the previous Duo 11, but you've got a much bigger screen, 30% bigger. The way they've done that is to reduce the bezel around the edge here. Now, another difference that you've got compared to the Duo 11 is that they've added a trackpad, which is really handy. You didn't have this before. And obviously you've got a slightly larger keyboard as well, making it easier to use if you're typing. Now, it's the convertibleness of this one that's so great. You can convert it into a tablet. You've got an 8 megapixel camera on the back, which you can see here. And you've also got your stylus, which you had before. Now, previously you weren't able to store the pen anywhere. Now they've put a little place for you to clip it in, so whereas on the Duo 11 you had to carry it around in your pocket, you can now slot it into the side here, which I can do fairly easily. Another thing about the pen is that when you remove it from the clip, it'll automatically launch if you were in the sleep mode before. So if I remove this, we pop straight back in, you can put in your password and then get straight into whatever you were doing before nice and easily. Now, there's also settings on this model and on the Pro, which mean that when it is asleep, it'll still take your emails in and things like that, so it'll be fired up as soon as you open it up. Obviously, you can turn those settings off if you want to. Now, the previous Duo 11 was compatible with NFC, near field communication, so you can automatically get your music streamed straight from the tablet, laptop, hybrid to your headphones or your wireless speaker dock, but that has to be for particular Sony headphones and docks. That is also going to be available on the Pro and other models throughout the range that have been launched here. So that includes also the Fit E and the Fit, which are slightly cheaper models. Now, talking of price, this Duo 13 comes in at £1,300, whereas the Pro will be available from about £1,000, and that's with a Core i5 processor, obviously a higher processor, a higher price. Now, if you want to find out more about these models and the Fit E, go to which.co.uk.